Welcome to the Sweet Subversives podcast.
Fetching stream! So fetching. So right. Oh, that's so very in 1990.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Here we are. Welcome back. Hi guys. Sweet Subversives again. Here we
Y'all.
are. It's apocalyptic now.
It kind of is.
It is. We're going to have a sweet time, so I think it'll be just fine. The reason for this is probably because I'm going to be liquored up, so I'm not making any non-promises, but that's all right. Oh, yeah. I was going to make you like co-host. How do I do that again? Where did you go?
Yeah, that's okay.
It's okay. And then,
I don't really have anything I need to drive, so.
Okay, if you need something to drive, I can figure it out. I don't know why it looks different on my screen today. So, yeah, I'm going to manage you. There you are.
It's a different day. Oh, everyone wants to manage me.
I'm managing you right now. There you go. And you're like, bitch, don't manage me. Right. I'm like, yeah, I won't even try. There we go. Unmanaged. You are also a co-host now.
I do have to grab my phone.
Grab your phone. I'm going to put our Sweet Subversives thing up on the screen for a second so people know what our show is, maybe.
Because they don't know.
Yeah. I like showing our logo. Like, look at this stuff. Isn't that cute?
It is a pretty cute logo. I like it.
I do too. So, don't worry. Yay, Sweet Subversives. We're back. Okay. There you go. So, cheers to this shitty week. Being halfway over, and it's gonna get better. Cha-chink.
Chink.
Beer time for me.
So what beer are you having?
Oh, it's a shitty beer. I'm having a Coors Light. Coors Light, because we actually got gifts because people, I think, feel sorry for everyone. Oh, you know, people are being nice, and this is what I really like is people are like, you helped me out. This is great. So then they give you a bunch of Coors Light. And I really like Coors Light just because it goes like with pizza really well. It pairs well. So like, I'm like, we have so much Coors Light right now. I'm just going to be drinking that for a while into the apocalypse. So
I used to love it because you could play quarters with it and not get ill.
That. I know. It's really, I mean, it's one of those beers that you could just drink a whole bunch of it and it's fine.
Yes, you can.
So I hate to say it, but it's not so fancy. And I'll say that for another time. I have some other fancy beers for next week, but today is the Coors Light day.
This evening, I have a virgin drink and a non-virgin drink.
Ooh.
So I thought I should probably have something healthy, you know. Yeah. And so what it is it's cucumber juice, a little bit of lime juice, and then some basil infused honey.
That sounds really good.
And then either you add gin or you don't add gin.
Oh, I think I would add the gin. Oh man, is it good? Oh my God,
it is, and both ways is really good. You know, when you have it like virgin, you taste a lot more of the lime.
Oh yeah, I like lime. I like cucumbers. I like basil.
Yeah, when you have it with the gin, you taste more of the basil and cucumber.
So would you garnish that with like a lime or a lemon or a cucumber slice?
Probably a cucumber.
Yeah, if you had the gin in it, I think that would be. That sounds so good. Okay, you have to pass that to me. Because as of today, I am now a teleworker. Ooh, I'm going to be at home all the time. So get ready for random weird videos out of the blue because I know my life's going to get really weird really fast.
I like random weird videos, so that's good.
I mean,
I'm happy with that.
I can still drive around, so I may just get in my car and do a video and drive around and look for stuff, but until they tell us we can't, and then I'll just do ones in my yard or in my house looking out. Like a
We have other people joining us, which is good. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We
look at that.
won't just talk about cocktails and beer. So I want to get good news out there because we have good news and we all deserve to hear some good news.
I agree.
So in Montana, they had a libertarian candidate for Senate, which they needed because that's a ballot access race for them, for the LP. And right before the filing deadline, their candidate pulled out. And it's been alleged that this person was a GOP plant specifically to take that spot and then pull out and screw over libertarians. So that's the unhappy part. Now here's the happy part, because we have a happy part. Yes, and this is like a super happy part. Montana LP, and big shout out to Sid Dowd and Francis Wendt because they did fantastic. They got a new candidate. And so this candidate is a sitting county commissioner.
What? That's
so
perfect.
Not only do we have a candidate, but we have someone that switched to our party that is a sitting county commissioner. So
this
happened today.
Yay!
So Susan Good, I believe it's Geis, might be Geisy, but
is it GUI or G?
It's GEISE. So usually the German thing, it's Geisy, but I think US would be Geis. So I think that's what it is. So she was a Republican county commissioner, but after she heard the news about like this switcheroo that happened, she contacted the Libertarian Party and said, you know what, I want to run as a Libertarian because I understand that you need a candidate quickly. This was unfair. She wanted an avenue to express her support for that and about the need for the rule of law, which has been eroded over the last several years. And so she met with libertarians. They nominated her at the Tuesday night meeting. She did the filing and the filing fee and all that kind of stuff today. So she is set to go. So that is super excited. So Republican Senator Steve Daines is running for re-election, and then there's their Democratic Governor Steve Bullock became a candidate also last minute. So that's kind of how the race is shaping up there. So very, very exciting. It sounds like they have a spectacular candidate, and how wonderful that someone saw that and they were just like, that is some bull crap. And so they stepped in to help out. Sounds like she has a good fit within the Libertarian Party. So she might have, serendipitously like found her home. So, I mean, that is super good news.
I like super good news like that. That's super cool.
Well, and she is also a Libertarian caught being good now because she's now a Libertarian.
But she jumped in now. I mean, that's
she
awesome.
Did.
Brand new baby Libertarian. Cheers.
So, cheers and welcome to the party.
Yay. I know. I feel like when you said that, it's a party that's literally a party right now.
It is a party that's a party now.
We're in the party.
Oh, Chase Oliver says he's on the 5th day of quarantine himself.
Oh.
He had to make a quick trip to the store while wearing a mask, keeping his distance. Good for you, Chase. Good. And, those of you that are watching right now, if you want to be on with us, because we're going to pop some of you on so that we can have a party, we're going to be doing that in just a little bit. So if you want to be on with us.
Sylvia, I see you.
Yes. If you want to be on with us, then just, make a comment on here that you want to be on with us, and then when we get to in just a little bit where we'll be adding people, we'll send you a private message with the link and you can join us through Zoom. So if you do want to join us, make sure you have Zoom loaded on your whatever device you're using.
Yeah, I'll put in the comments real quick how to get to Zoom so that way they can just preload it. It's not anything big, but that way you're ready.
It's easy. It's easy. And while you're doing that, I can start on another little section that I think will be helpful for people.
That sounds perfect, Kara.
So what I want to talk about is self-soothing versus self-care, which is also why I have 2 different drinks that are kind of the same. So when people talk about, it's time to do some self-care, we're all very stressed. We have a lot of changes being thrown at us, trying to adapt to a lot of things. People talk about self-care, but often when they talk about self-care, they're talking about self-soothing, which is different, right? So what is the difference? So self-care is taking care of yourself. And I'll explain what the difference is. So like if you eat like a big thing of pasta, it's not going to heal you, right? Self-care is about healing yourself. It may comfort you in a moment, but it's not going to address the root of like your feelings. It's a Band-Aid, right? So an easy way to determine whether you're doing self-soothing or self-care is ask yourself, how am I going to feel once this activity is over? So, some people are like, oh, I'm doing some self-care, so I'm taking a bubble bath. Okay, that may or may not be self-care. It's probably just self-soothing.
Yeah.
Right? So if you finish binge watching a season of your, your go-to show, are you still, are you still going to have the same issues that you haven't addressed going on, right? Are you still going to have that same stress level, all that kind of stuff? So that's how you tell like self-soothing. So self-care is things that are going to strengthen you. Self-soothing is this.
The Band-Aid.
Right? That's self-soothing.
Put it in some beer. That's definitely self-soothing.
Right. So my gin drink, self-soothing.
Self-soothing.
My virgin drink, self-care. Right?
Right. Because it's got healthy things to it.
Right. Very healthy, all that kind of stuff. My drink, gonna get a little buzz on. So, when you're talking about self-care is more like meditation.
Yes.
Getting enough exercise. And for all of us, and I've been sloughing too, getting really good exercise, right? And it doesn't have to be strenuous. It's just to get yourself moving, right? You'll have better sleep. You'll have all that kind of stuff. Making sure you're eating right. Saying yes or no when you really need to, right? The right answer. Eating regular meals instead of like what I did this morning, which was I got a bag of nacho cheese Doritos.
Oh man, I love Doritos, but that's definitely the Band-Aid food.
Right. And I felt like shit afterwards. So that was self-soothing.
And right away, you're like, well, that wasn't so good.
Yeah. So the difference between self-care and self-soothing is the end that you're seeking, right? So you do meditation to be real comfortable with the present, your own thoughts, not the president, fuck no, your own thoughts,
with him.
And kind of silence and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you eat well instead of eating the bag of Doritos, because the bag of Doritos is going to make you feel horrible, and I did. But if your goal is to feel better, you would eat the better meal, right?
Yeah.
Now, there are times to self-soothe.
Yeah. I feel like right now there's a lot of self-soothing going on. But yes, we need to make sure we're getting it balanced, I think.
Exactly. And I put a time limit on it. Like I decided that this week I was going to give myself a lot of slack on not trying to seek out so much self-care. Right. Yeah. And so I decided, well, this week I'm not really going to focus so much on exercise and that kind of stuff. And I know I should, but I'm giving myself this break. And whether you do that for an hour or a day or whatever, it's, you put a time limit on it and say, okay, but after that, I'm going to seek out self-care. I'm not going to keep doing self-soothing.
You're like the third person to say this to me today. And it makes me feel like it's a sign that, I'm starting this work at home thing. Like I need to make sure I get up in the morning when I work out in the morning and do that and eat some freaking vegetables.
Yes, folks, eat some vegetables.
Not just the 10,000 things of ramen that you got because you thought that the end of days was coming and that's the only food you could think of.
Right.
You might need to get some, green foods and eat that.
Yeah. I mean, if nothing else, put some damn vegetables in that ramen.
Yeah, Mix it in. Put some peas in there or something. I mean, there's some frozen foods you can do if you're not like having a lot of space. But geez, eat something healthy. It'll make you feel better, and then you'll be healthy. That's a good
Exactly. And, and Amber makes a good point. She says, I feel bad that the self-care market has been somewhat feminized. Men need self-care too.
I agree.
Yeah, they absolutely do. And that's kind of another way that you can really look at the difference between self-soothing and self-care. Self-care is pretty gender neutral. It's eating well, it's getting proper sleep, it's exercise, it's all those kinds of things. When we think about pop culture self-care, which is really self-soothing, that's when we're thinking about, like a facial or getting your nails done or, that kind of stuff.
But I do think for your brain, like the meditation thing, that really helps me a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Just taking time and visualizing and not feeding into anxiety, which is really easy to do right now.
Exactly.
Although, did you hear about Jared Leto? Leto is actually his last name. Do you know who that actor is? He like played the Joker.
Yes.
Yeah.
My favorite Joker. Sorry, folks. Favorite Joker.
I know he's way more fun, I think. He went on this 12-day meditation retreat in the desert, and he just came back to all of this, and he's like, what the hell? Can you imagine being like that, like chill and relax, and you come back and all of this is blown up?
You're like, I am so chill. I have all my shit together. I know right what to do. I know what is important and not important. And then you're like, what?
It's not cool. So I thought about him and I'm like, that poor dude, he had the right idea, but he needed to do that after this, but
he's probably like, you know what? I'm walking right back into that desert.
Back to that freaking desert. Cause first of all, I'm probably going to be safer and I will be in a better mental place. So let's joke. Jared.
Oh my God, for real.
Okay, I had a couple people said they're interested in coming on, but we will finish talking about.
Nice. Oh, good, Sylvia. She loaded up Zoom. Oh, Amber says, today what I did for self-care, I allowed myself to feel my sadness and concern without pushing it down. Yes, right. Don't shove down your feelings. I acknowledged it and felt it and wasn't angry with myself. And so here's her deal.
And then you had an earthquake.
They had an earthquake.
Boy, that's a crazy day. I mean, like you have all this stuff going on.
And an earthquake. Like their power went out and all that kind of shit.
Holy moly. Wow. You know what though? I mean, we can get angry with ourselves for feeling bad because people tell you, oh, you can't, don't feel bad. It's okay to feel bad and to reflect upon why you feel that way and embrace that. But, also to go, okay, now that I understand it, I can do something with it. I always try to do constructive things, help people. So it's not all about me. Yeah. And that's all right. I mean, sometimes it has to be all about you though. If things are really, really bad, you just go, okay, gotta do the me show for a little while,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I've been trying to, because otherwise I will get too caught up in my head.
I do that too.
Because like I'm a every data point person.
Oh yeah, you are.
I've got to know. I've got to know every data point about and I will drive myself nuts doing that.
Because it's so easy. You can just go on the internet, you go on TV, you look at stuff, and it's constant information. And it's, okay, now that I know that, I have to know everything about this.
Oh yeah, I'll go down the rabbit hole. I will go down the rabbit hole for a long time. So so I've been focusing on, okay, what can I do to get out of my head and help other people? So
I think that's a really good constructive way of dealing with things.
So today that was drive down to Austin and bring my parents groceries because my parents. So my parents were vacationing in Florida. Right. And they had planned on being there like 3 or 4 weeks. And they did come home early. But like as time was going on, it was kind of more like, okay, like when are you coming home? Like I'm getting concerned. I don't want you to get stuck in Florida for 3 months.
I know.
But But they made it home, but I also knew like they had been gone a while, so I knew they didn't have like any food in their house or anything like that. So I hit the grocery store and got what I could, which wasn't a lot. Let's be frank, wasn't a lot.
But I did read that like in that town, the grocery store is going to have 1 hour every week. So just people who are either what do they call it? Where you're in the category where you're at
vulnerable.
risk.
Yeah.
Vulnerable.
Yeah.
That you can go into the store and they'll have it reserved so you get plenty of space and you can shop.
Yeah.
So I hope more and more places are thinking about doing that too, because
I think that's a good idea.
Got to be really scary for people when they run out of stuff.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
One of our Facebook friends had said that they were trying to get drugs today too, and like all of the computer systems went down, so they couldn't get it, and people were flipping out. So there's a lot of things all at the same time that have gone wrong that I think it makes people more intense.
Well, that and like a lot of drugs now, because we passed all these laws.
Yeah.
You have to go in every 7 days to pick up your prescription.
And these are the people who shouldn't be going to pick up their freaking prescription. I'm sorry. Oh, I got all mad. I'm like, I get really intense really quickly on that.
You did. I know.
They shouldn't do this to people.
I know. And I'm hoping that they figure some of these things out. So some of the bright spots are they're really relaxing a lot of the regulations that are in place in so many areas, like occupational licensing for medical professionals, being able to do things across state lines. I mean, there's just all these areas that they're really, occupancy rates, just tons of stuff. So tons of things that they're really relaxing, all these regulations on. And what I'm hoping is after this is over, that we look at this and say, I guess we shouldn't have that.
Yeah, if you could relax it because it wasn't that important in the first place, why did we ever have it?
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that opens people's eyes. Because, look, you relaxed this law and look at, not everybody became addicted to opioids.
Right. Well, yeah, and we're finding out, a lot of these laws are they're just stupid.
They are dumb.
So maybe they can just go away. And I hope that does come out of it, because usually, when some type of disaster happens or, some kind of emergency happens, things tighten up, and things are tightening up. I mean, they are. But in other ways, like, there's a lot of super libertarian things happening. Like, the government is acting on one end like very authoritarian, and in the other ways it's just like Wild West, baby. And so I'm hoping we can definitely keep more of that. I think that would be fantastic. So
it would be really cool. So I totally like went in a different direction. I'm like, how did we get here? Self-care.
Yes. Yeah. And immunocompromised. Yep. Definitely, Sylvia. Yep. I know. Immunocompromised people. Yeah. Amber says having to come in for drugs constantly. Good grief. Yeah. And Michelle's saying, yep. Education, licensing, medical research, truck drivers. Hopefully this is going to change all of them and usher in a new remote worker model and remote education model. I think all of those. So, I think there can be some positive things coming out of it. I don't want to make light of things, but I do think adversity pushes innovation and creativity.
I can speak to that in education right now. The college I work at and people I know in the system, we're having to come up with online programs for everything, and online libraries, and making things that we've never done before and trying new ways. And the really great teachers step up to it, and they overcome. But the ones that are freaking out, I think you might get some retirements right now.
I think so. I think,
they're not handling it well.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But I'm kind of having fun with it because I like online education. I think it is the future. So
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do Twitch. Let's do Discord. Let's do this. And then everyone's like, what's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? I'm like, oh. And I mean, I've been teaching people how to use Zoom. And I'm like, this is great. You guys should be using this. And like, oh, I'm scared. I'm like, embrace the fear. Step towards it. Hold it. And you will become one with it and fly like the phoenix. You know, it's gonna be fine. And I think maybe it could change things for the better. People might get out of this mode where they think the only kind of education can be college or university. We can maybe do more impromptu, smaller groups, and instead of having to pay for your education, we can like work together and learn. So excited! Oh. And that's one of the good things that came out of this. So, I
definitely.
I have tangents today, major tangents. So
you're like, I have tangents. Well, let's get into some libertarians caught being good, and then we can bring some libertarians on our show.
I like that idea. So
first one I have is, and she's watching.
Is she on right now?
She is. So Michelle McCutcheon, she stepped in when Chrissy was laid off. So Chrissy Witcher's, she does the whole bartending thing and all that kind of stuff. And like so many service persons laid off. So she hooked her up with a remote job.
That is so cool. Helping each other out. Because I know so many people who work in the service industries that are losing their jobs. And if you have work that you need to have done, reach out to people that you know. Because you never know, someone might be looking for even something temporary and it can really help. That is so cool.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to hit the next one, Heather?
Yes, I don't know if I'm in the right order because I printed this off like a little while into the day.
You're in the right order. I only added at the bottom, not the top.
Oh, okay. Elizabeth Dahl, who we know in Minnesota, has a Gems of Gemini group that she created all about learning to love yourself better. And that's on a Facebook group. And she does really cool stuff. She's a boudoir photographer. I say things weird. I say it in the way I read it, and it sounds wrong. But this is what an extension of what she does for her clients to help them feel good about themselves and embracing the love of yourself. And I think people need that a lot right now. So she has most of her clients are on a healing journey of self-discovery. And so she's helping them as a liberation from past abuse or lies they've been told, and they tell themselves. So she's been doing this, giving people a safe, happy place to share and to know they're not alone in this journey. And if anyone wants in, let her know. And I think that is wonderful. She's very helpful and a kind person.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so we have Jared Hall, and he had neighbors who were in need, and so he had to make an Amazon list, and so they have been able to knock through several things on that Amazon list. And I'll tell you, so those Amazon wish lists are fantastic. If you have someone that has very specific needs, they can fill out what those needs are, and other people can just hit that they want to send something, and it doesn't display that person's address, but Amazon does ship it to them. So the address is hidden. So you don't have to worry about privacy concerns and that kind of thing, but you can do that.
That's neat.
Yeah. And we have Chase Oliver, who we will hopefully have on a little bit. He has to walk his dog, which is also a libertarian being good, because we have to be good to our pets.
Yes.
He went out and picked up groceries for his elderly neighbor so that she did not have to do that. And I love that, like, person to person helping. Like, I think that's fantastic.
I think that's a way to really help and to know what your neighbors are doing and to help them and figure out if they have problems and to check up on people, make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
I have my own motives for just like going, are you all right? Let me bring you something so I can make sure you're all right. So I can see it with my eyes and I know.
Right.
That's awesome. I love that. I can say there's also Chris Holbrook, who we know.
Yes.
Gifting to food service before the shutdown. He brought a lot.
Like a champ.
Yes, he did.
So yeah, he spent like I think like a day and a half.
Yes.
Got cash out and would have just like a drink or two at his favorite establishments, and then handed like big tips, not tips, big gifts.
Gifts.
Because tips you can tax. This was a gift, a personal gift.
Item. It's a personal gift. So
personal gift amongst friends.
Ah, that is so awesome. I think it's so helpful. It's the kind of thing that, we can all do to help other people. I love that.
Absolutely. And we have John Phillips. So he had kind of a neat political win. So his town has been dicks about not allowing marijuana to be sold. And so his state allows it, but cities can opt out. And so, of course, his city opted out, right? And so he wrote and this is Decatur Township in Indiana. And so he wrote with a group of other people, but he wrote a voter referendum on this. Should Decatur Township allow cannabis sales? 61% yes.
Ooh, nice.
39% no. So not binding, but that really told the town council where the town is sitting on this. Like the town is firmly in support of this.
I think a lot of communities are actually in support. There's just some loud people that are opposed.
Yeah. Did you want to grab another, or did you want me to run through?
I'm going to read Megan Killian has been offering to help connect people with her network who have lost their jobs as well, right? And that was, So, I mean, like you see more and more people doing this. I was just thinking about that. I see so many people who are laid off. We have a few construction people that have come in and they're finishing jobs that other people have left behind. It's been really rough for everyone.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, Michelle's having trouble loading back on. I think that's her internet because everyone else is on. I'm so sorry. So the next person, and Alec, I'm so sorry. I'm going to kill your name.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I'm like, is it Jenna Kebetsky? Because Jenna Kebsky?
I think so.
Kevsky.
I am so not Russian enough to see this.
But it might be Yana Kevsky.
I know it could be. That's the problem. Oh my God, my headset thing got caught in my chair.
It was so much drama.
So he was helping feed people, and he was doing it really directly. Like, hit him up, and he's PayPaling you to get you a pizza. For real.
Gosh, I love it.
And then we have Ashley Evans, who is pumping extra breast milk for moms that may need breast milk. And that is a big deal. So I know in my area, we have moms that don't have, they're having difficulty finding formula.
Yeah, formula is really scarce right now.
Yeah. So I've been trying to source formula and get it out to moms and that kind of stuff. And then that wasn't working. So I knew some moms who are breastfeeding, so they've been pumping extra. And then I've somehow become the milkman. Like I'm doing a daily
Kara, milk. You got the weirdest things you're doing. Would you like some breast milk?
So I've become like this milk delivery person.
I'm just picturing you with a coat, and you're like, I got a coat. I got to do this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we'll be like,
the black market milk delivery.
Do you want some breast milk? No? Catnip? What else can we have? Dirty underwear. No.
What the hell? How did that go to dirty underwear?
Somebody wants it. Anyway, that's Kara in her car. Sorry, I'm so tangenting it tonight.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
Oh man.
Oh, okay. So Michelle was able to get back on. So
good. Do you want to come on?
So start sending some links out to.
So, who all wants to be on? Let's see.
For people that are commenting, I would just send them a link and then they have a decision whether they want to join or not. And that's up to them. So that way they have the option whether they choose to take it or not. And that's fine. And there's no pressure.
I'm going to PM you. So just be aware. You'll see it coming from me to different people. And if you don't want to, no worries. We'll just keep talking. Let's see if I can spell. There you are. And I'm just going to send the link. There's one linky dinky. And
one linky dinky.
Let's see. Who else? Me. Okay, I'm going to send you.
Yeah, Michelle says that she needs to find the positives since she can't be at the hospital for her grandson's birth. And I know that has been something she has been living for.
Well, we'll be all positive together. Let's see. This problem is this keeps popping up in front of it. Okay, there. There we go. Oops. Where did he go? I see you. Maybe if I just click on the person, it would be
that would probably be the easiest.
Because it comes up with a list of all these people who have the same name that I'm like, that's not who I want to invite. They'll be like, what?
I would just click on the person.
I think that's easiest. Okay, next one. Let's see who else is saying me. Let's see. That's 1, 2. Jared nominates Kara. And this is past your bedtime. Are you still? You can still sleep talk with us. It's that hard to do. You can just we'll do most of the talking anyway. Let's see. The bad thing is let's see, where did she go? I'm gonna send her one. We'll see if anybody comes on. That'll be fun. Now I gotta check and make sure that I don't actually have to let them in. I don't see a message. You're co-host, so if you see something, just let them in.
All right. And I think we'll do this. I don't know if we'll do it every week, but we'll do this where we start popping people on, because I do think it's important for us to be more connected, because I hit the grocery store today and see you. Hey.
Sorry, I'm playing the thing because it's good.
Yay!
No, I'm sorry. Keep going. I was just it started playing in the background. I'm like, oh no.
So when I was at the grocery store, I mean, no one's really making eye contact. I mean, everyone would kind of smile at each other once in a while, but for the most part, people were kind of staying in their own deal, and everyone was they were just sad. They were really sad. It wasn't that everyone was, it wasn't that people were panicked there was none of that. It wasn't that people were rude. God, no, they weren't rude. But people just looked really sad.
I wondered about that too. It's weird at work. We have this 6-foot rule. You can't get close to people. And every time you see somebody come around the corner, they always look horrified. And it's not like a normal. I know. You're just oh, there's someone that I work with, and you're like, oh.
I know.
I hate that feeling because I'm always the one that says, "Hi, how you doing?" Hey, and except then we see each other and we're like, "Get away, get away."
I know.
I hate it. It ain't cool.
I know. It's not, and it's not fun. Oh,
who else wants to be on? I'm looking through the
list. I'm hearing a ding.
Oh, somebody's on. Let's see who it is. I got 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna invite you because I think you might want to talk. Let's see. We will see. I have a couple people that I've sent ones to, and then we'll see how it goes. If they want to join us, they can. If you don't feel right, just let us know. You're like, oh, that's too scary. It's fine. We don't have to do it.
Let's see. And
One more there. Okay. I think I got almost everybody, but I'm going to double check because I hate to like leave somebody who's like, all I want in life is to join you. Like, join us.
Exactly.
Okay, I think I got everyone, but if I'm missing anyone, okay.
Let's see.
Them. Yep. I'm making sure. Okay. Hola. There we go. So if you're here and you want to join us, you are on. Let's see. We got anybody?
There we go. All right. And I sent out a couple too because I didn't know if you were friends with everyone because sometimes it goes into their spam and Facebook. It's gotten really hard. Hey, Chase.
Yay.
Hello. So do you have that kitty handy?
Oh my God.
Hello.
Because you said you were snuggling a kitty.
Oh, hold on. I'll take pictures of the kitties. Hold on.
Yes.
Show me your kitties.
Oh my God. That's the kitty.
This is Dracarys.
Oh, Dracarys.
And the fat one that's eating right now is King Arthur.
Oh my God, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, Arthur's 23 pounds.
Ooh, big boy.
This is my office.
Very nice.
And my television connected to my laptop.
Wow. Hey, Sylvia.
Your comfort. I love it. Hi, Sylvia. Welcome. Can you hear us? It says you're connecting, so it'll take a second. Hello. We'll be like waving. She's connecting. Chase, keep showing us your. Oh, I see her now. Are you there? Can you hear us?
I'm here.
Yay!
Hello.
No, this is the best. I wonder if we get enough people, if we could do the Brady Bunch thing where we're all looking down at each other like, oh.
We did a city council meeting with Zoom, and so it did look like the Brady Bunch, and then I was trying to get everyone to do the whole do the different looks like they do in that open.
How fun would that be? Now you're laying down? Cool.
Oh, I've been lying down. You kidding me?
Oh man, that sounds good.
Yeah, I've got an e-cig, I've got my cat, I'm happy.
Oh, show us your kitties.
Oh God, how many times a day do I hear that?
I saw the best t-shirt and it had two little kittens and then it said, "Show me your kitties."
Yes.
And I laughed at that t-shirt for like way longer than I should have.
I kind of do that too. Oh, look at my kitty. Oh, are you going to do high five?
Oh, yeah. Oh my God! Your cat does high five.
Yeah, he does things for food.
Oh my God.
What the hell?
I do too.
Yeah, we trained him. My ex-boyfriend, this is actually my ex-boyfriend's cat, but he moved to Wisconsin and couldn't take him. So he's now my kitty for the time being, but he trained him on how to do high fives for food. My cat doesn't do any tricks for food.
The other cat's like, oh, fine, show off, whatever.
My cat would be like, I will make you bleed for food.
Well, what he does is waits so Arthur just waits for Dracarys to do the trick, and he's like, okay, he's done the trick, now give us the food.
I should get some too.
Yeah.
What a cool man.
So your other cat is a socialist.
I joke that Arthur's a Bernie bro.
Yes.
And that, Dracarys is a hardcore, capitalist conservative.
Right.
Yeah.
When they fight, I'm like, oh, there they go again.
Man.
Hey, quick question.
Yes.
If I go back to Facebook so that I can see everybody's picture, will I still be on this thing or will I no longer be part of it?
You will, as long as you don't turn it off.
So what you can do to see everyone's picture is if you slide your cursor up to the top.
My cursor, I'm on an iPad here. Hold on.
Oh, you're on an iPad.
Wait a minute. Something's happened.
Speaker view?
And what you'll do is you'll hit gallery mode.
Gallery mode will have all of us on there at the same time.
More meeting settings, topic, closed captionings. Show my video in gallery mode.
There you go.
We're learning. Did it work?
Wait, no, not happening. Isn't that weird?
Did you click?
I see myself and whoever's talking.
Yeah, if you're in the other mode, the speaker view, I think is, then it'll be whoever's talking. So it's probably me right now because the box is on me. But then who gets there?
Oh, so just swipe right.
Swipe right? Wait, does that mean, what does that mean?
So it means you take your screen and just swipe it to the right, and it should pop up gallery mode.
Really?
I can see all four of us
like
now.
on the iPad, yeah.
Yeah.
How's that?
It's not happening.
That's better.
Not happening for me, but oh well.
That's okay.
That's okay. You're all good looking.
Thank you. So are you.
So I can enjoy this.
So Sylvia started a karaoke group, and I think that's like a
that's my
it's caught good. That's online, and we're trying to figure out how that's gonna work. Because
gonna find out. I just did it this morning. It's quarantine karaoke.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You are the karaoke queen. You are a very good singer.
I'm a very adequate singer.
My
cousin.
Awesome.
Can I just say that if we don't have a convention in Austin, one of the biggest bummers is that I won't get to sing karaoke for all the libertarians, because I was really wanting to do that.
I think I hope we do. I haven't heard anything about it being totally canceled. I'm hoping it's not.
Well, if it is, I've already told Ryan Graham, our state chair, I was like, we can have the remote convention at my house.
Well, we have a place to stay already, so like we could even if it's canceled, we could just go there as long as it's not like some shelter in place situation. So
yeah, well, I don't know. I still haven't gotten my plane ticket to Austin, even though they're like $40, $50 right now. It's very cheap.
Pretty soon it'll be like for the price of a soda. You too can go to Austin.
No kidding.
Depending on whether we have our convention or not, I did sponsor the karaoke portion of the convention. If we don't have it, and here's my announcement, just funnel it over to our legal fund.
Yeah.
There.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Cool.
Oh, and Amber says she wants to do karaoke in Austin too.
I think we should all do karaoke in Austin, even though I'm terrible at it.
I do a mean Johnny Cash.
Then do it. Quarantine karaoke. Join. Get yourself a Smule account or something like that. SMULE. Record yourself and put it in the group.
Sounds good. I'll have to do that. Excuse me. See, coughing in my shoulder.
You did it right. Like this is you're supposed to do it.
Well, so I was a nanny for a year, and the way I told the little girl that I'd nannied, she was 4. I told her you have to do the vampire sneeze, because you know how like vampires they put their cape over themselves. So
that's cool.
Vampire sneeze.
Vampires. I love it. I'm gonna do that from now on.
Maybe I would actually be able to remember that now, because I'm still this.
Oh yeah. See. So I'll tell you, being a nanny to a 4-year-old, it woke me. Well, she was 3 at the time. She's 4 now, but it woke me up to like, ooh. I'm maybe not ready to be a full-time parent yet. Maybe just stay the uncle route for a little while.
Because then you can give them back when you're done.
Y'all see my quarantine stubble?
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna shave for 2 weeks. I think
you're gonna be rugged.
Just to commemorate this.
So I had a child, and he's all grown up and all that kind of stuff, and I still think, God, I should not have a kid.
He turned out fine.
He had to. He didn't have a choice. He was like, this mom is probably not top in her game, so I'm going to have to help her out.
So my friend's son is 17, and I was at my brother's birthday dinner about a week and a half ago, and they surprised us. I was like, oh, man, I haven't seen you all in, like, forever. And I was talking about the Libertarian Party, of course, because, I'm around a group of people who are not libertarians, so I have to talk about it.
Right, like you do.
Yeah, and so his mom goes, oh, Jake, he's totally politically active. Tell him who you like, Jake. He's like, I like Bernie Sanders. I was like,
oh my God.
That's okay. I was like, most young people do. I was like, you'll learn about economics one day. And when you do, you'll go, okay, that was okay. And I said, well, I'm a libertarian. Do you know any libertarians? And he immediately goes, oh, I know Vermin Supreme. He goes, I know about him. And I was like, holy crap. I was like,
they do.
Everybody knows Vermin.
It was the first time I'd ever been hit with somebody going, that's the libertarian I know is Vermin Supreme. And it was because of TikTok.
Yep.
And he's 17, so of course he watches TikTok.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, younger people, I mean, yes, they're very into TikTok, but oh my God, they freaking know Vermin Supreme.
They
do. And
kind of cool though.
You know, I also sold my dad on John Mons, who's you know, because my dad is like,
he's a good candidate.
My dad's big into Georgia politics. And I was like, well, he's run in Georgia before, and here's the guy, you know. I'm trying to get him to not be a Trump voter in 2020.
Oh, dear Jesus.
And he's not going to vote for Joe Biden, so I got to be like, hey, man, let's get with the libertarians.
We have good options.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, my mom, when I was younger, my mom would just cancel my dad's vote out. That's the way she would put it. Like, I'll just vote for whoever he doesn't vote for, and then it's canceled. And but now, you know, my mom can't even vote, you know, because she's an ex-felon. So that's why criminal justice is a big deal to me as the chair of LP Atlanta. So,
absolutely.
Oh, I see. Nice shirt. I love it.
Yeah, it was designed by a local artist who just got himself a $50 payday.
But I want to see the shirt again.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Show it. Now explain it, and then we'll say hi to Kay after that.
So it's Libertarian Party of Atlanta. I know it's backwards because of the thing, but it's got this really cool porcupine.
No, it looks good.
And yeah, I like it a lot.
The art's really cool on it. I like the porcupine.
Yeah, I named him Quilzy.
Quilzy
the porcupine. And he's like, you know, someone said, oh, it looks like a college mascot. I was like, well, that's kind of what I'm going for. You know, I want it to not just look like, you know, like a standard political thing. And so this is what I wear when I go out and do LP Atlanta stuff to try to brand awareness things. Because, you know, we do park cleanup once a month. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do it because I'm kind of under, you know,
quarantine.
Yeah.
But other people will be able to do it and socially distance while they do it. And it's been a lot better when we've started wearing libertarian branded stuff while we do our community service stuff with LP Atlanta. Because now we don't just look like random weirdos picking up garbage. Like we look like a group of people who's there together. And
I mean, you don't look like you have a community sentence.
Yeah, something like that. I don't look like I'm there because, you know, I don't look like, oh, that guy must have gotten busted with some crystal meth and now he's cleaning up garbage in the park. So it helps. And, you know, one of the things I like about it is we actually had 2 students from, speaking of libertarians being good, so we put out our park cleanup on Reddit on the Atlanta board. And there were 2 students from Norcross High School, which is like 35 minutes, 40 minutes outside of where we were cleaning the park.
Wow.
And they came and helped us clean up because they're part of an environmental science class. And the way they get credit for class is to do volunteer work that is good for the environment. So that's like an awesome teacher. I don't know if she's a libertarian doing good, but she's a teacher doing good. So
I like that.
And then students doing good as well. Can you see my cat condo behind me?
I love the cat condo. I love all the things cats. So.
Oh yeah, well, I got lots of kitty shit in my house.
Me too.
Well, I gotta get a shout out to Kay. Because Kay has been kicking ass on the Minnesota Libertarian Convention. Holy shit. There's your puppers.
I don't have a cat. This is my poopers, Jasper.
Jasper is so handsome.
Jasper came to my house and my pool.
I like
well, not like my pool, like our townhome's pool.
That's okay. George, we just have mud holes.
I do have an announcement about convention if y'all want to hear it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're splitting convention into 2 parts. We're going to do the 28th. It's going to be virtual, much like this on Zoom, where we're going to do our business session, and each of our speakers is going to get a little short. Here's what you're going to be seeing when we're allowed to like actually be with each other. And so that'll be whenever, you know, the World Health Organization recommends that we can all love each other again, which hopefully is soon. But If it's not, I probably will lose my mind, and there will be no convention because I'm just gonna go crazy. I miss dance, guys. Like, I miss dance so much.
I'm gonna go find my dog. Hold on.
Oh, because
oh, you have a puppy too.
Yeah, hold on. I got a dog and another cat upstairs.
This got turned into the animal show.
So then what's the second part, Kay?
Yeah, there's a second part.
So the second part, we're gonna do a huge day of socializing.
We'll
have many more
kitty
than we
condo.
already have on our list right now because we'll have a whole day of it. We'll do our karaoke.
There's my doggy Delilah.
Oh my gosh, your dog is like 30 times the size of
mine. Look at those legs.
And then, we'll get rip roaring drunk and
I'm okay
all
with
manner of stuff because we will need it at that point.
So you were just interrupted a little bit in the middle of it. So the second part is we're all going to get rip roaring drunk, or is there more? There was more to
it. Speakers galore. We'll have so much time for good long forums from our local Liberty leaders like Kara and Vince, and
that's good.
Yeah, we're gonna get.
So that'll be a date to be determined.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we can't really do anything right now, right?
I know.
And it's kind of futile.
How was the venue? Was the venue good about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
About that, they are the ones that actually shut us down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I figured that was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did too. I was very aware that the possibility was way up there. And I was expecting it. So it wasn't even a blow when the sales and event director called me back and was like, "Hey, Kay." So, and I'm like, "Yep." Like, I don't blame you. Don't blame you. I blame a bat in Wuhan.
Yeah.
There you go. Right. Oh my God. Yeah. Right.
Freaking bats.
I don't. Yeah. It's
if only bats weren't so tasty.
And I hope everybody understands that, when these situations arise,
I would eat a bat.
We really did. We worked hard.
You and Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah. We worked hard.
You guys work so hard, Kay, and it's so much time that goes into this.
Okay, here's a question.
What's your question, Chase?
Kara just said she'd eat a bat. Okay. What's the weirdest thing y'all have ever eaten?
Ooh. I've eaten a seal.
Holy shit. Okay, that one's weird.
I wouldn't do that, but God, what is the weirdest thing I've eaten?
I've eaten a prairie oyster.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Testicle, isn't it? Is that a testicle?
It's a testicle.
The bull testicle. They're pretty huge.
Well, yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you've eaten, Kay?
I don't eat weird shit. Shrimp.
That's not weird.
The thing is I can't eat anything that smells bad, and so
don't do Sir Strawman.
Okay. So I grew up next to Cajuns when I was younger. They were from deep in Louisiana, and there were rabbits that used to hop around our backyards.
Yep.
And one day we're eating a gumbo, and I'm like, "Oh, what kind of gumbo is this?" And they said,
pepper.
It's rabbit gumbo. And I said, "Where do you get rabbits from?" And they said, "The backyard. We got one, and that's what you're eating right now." You're eating one of those rabbits that was hopping around the backyard. I was mortified. I was about maybe 12 years old.
Michelle says she's eaten calf brains.
Ooh, that's pretty gnarly. I've eaten squirrel.
I've eaten calf kidneys.
Calf kidneys. I've eaten lots of organ meats that people would probably not eat.
Cow cheek.
Cow
cheek. I have eaten cow cheek.
Oh,
actually very tender.
Cow who?
It's very, very sticky because of the collagen. It's very chewy. I would not eat cow cheek again.
Yeah. I'm a foodie who dated a chef, so.
Oh yeah, I think if somebody makes something and says they've made it well, I'll try it. I mean, I'm not gonna just eat gross stuff that's like bugs or anything, but I mean, if they cook it properly, I'm like, okay.
What about you, Sylvia?
I'll try anything once.
Yeah, me too. I'm like,
I mean, I don't even know what you consider weird, I like squid.
I like squid.
I'll eat raw clams all day long.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful stuff. Oysters, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
I would not eat a prairie dog.
Everything.
I wouldn't eat cat.
Crocodile. Yeah. Would I eat cat if I were hungry enough? Damn right I would.
Well, we joke about eating a cat. Like, we tell Mabel, if the world goes to shit, it's good that you're so fat because you're a roasting cat, and there'll be like nice fat drippings and stuff.
Well, I love my cat.
Because I'm keto and I depend on the fat for my sustenance and my energy. So.
She'll be like, "No, I've been raising you and your husband to be so the cat would probably eat you guys."
That's actually more like it. If we died, she would totally eat us. That's just like when you're sleeping and the cat crawls on you. I think part of that is not to snuggle; it's to check if you're still alive and if she should just start chewing.
Yeah. So here's him not eating. Here's how huge he is.
Oh, let's see. Oh my God.
Wow.
What a beauty.
That is a big kitty.
I love kitty.
Arthur.
Arthur's so handsome. Hi, Arthur.
Come here, Beansy.
He's like, I'm trying to escape.
You so stubborn, you little turd. Hold on.
Oh, I want to see Sylvia's.
Oh,
pretty. My kitty there, too.
See my random Native American art that my ex-boyfriend left here.
Why is it so
good.
random?
Too bad for him.
I know, it's really pretty, actually. I have to put these plates down because the cats keep jumping on top of the bookshelf or in the middle, knock them down. But I have this one. It's the man in the canoe. It's not a clitoris reference. The man in the canoe there.
Oh, that's what I thought you were meaning. I'm like, oh, I know what you mean.
And then there's the bald eagle with the chief.
Oh, okay. That's also not a euphemism.
Yeah, he is not in a good mood. This chief has been under quarantine for way too long. It looks like Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
Oh my, it does. That does look like Steven Tyler.
Up this way. Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty good.
His name is now Chief's Dude Looks Like a Lady.
I agree. Change approved.
I am a Hufflepuff, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Slytherin.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
I got a Ravenclaw one too.
We have to sort you, Sylvia. I'm gonna say maybe Slytherin. Maybe you're pretty smart and very outgoing. I think. I'm
also, the chair of the Libertarian Party Star Trek caucus because I just made myself that.
Yay!
And so this is Captain Cupkirk. It is a that is a cupcake.
That is hilarious. Oh, I love it.
And then I also have Spock Tart.
Oh God, that is great.
Those are fun. You have really cool stuff. I've been watching you walk around, and I'm like, wow, look at this place. This is cool.
I'm a big collector of things. Like I love Funko Pops. Like I do have Star Trek and wrestling Funko Pops. They're right on Gay Street over here.
Awesome.
And then you'll like this. Okay, I'm a big political person. This fell off my wall, so it's kind of not all together. So I have to put it back together. But I have this political button collection.
Political buttons, neat.
Okay,
okay. So let me just see if I can zoom in on a few of these. So these are from 1912 to 1984.
Wow.
So
dude, those are neat.
There's one that's for Hughes there. That's from 1912, I believe. I even have a George Wallace button. I have some Jimmy Carter there, some Nixon and Agnew.
That's so great.
So I have this one really awesome one, Dick Gregory for president and Mark Lane for VP. Dick Gregory was like a kind of a hippie leftist activist in the 60s.
Right.
Which is also not a euphemism.
So many. George Bush.
Yeah, I got Bush. I got Jesse Jackson.
Had that.
I got a whole bunch of them.
Sorry, guys.
So I'm just gonna say this, you guys.
Yeah.
If y'all have any buttons at convention, please hand them to me because I need to get a libertarian collection going. Because this is all Republicans and Democrats and a couple of joke candidates. So
even like newer ones though, like just so you can get a collection.
Yeah, any of them, any from this year. Like I'm gonna talk to all the candidates, like Vermin Supreme and. You should
also put something on the LP group that's going there for the delegates, maybe. If you,
I also have some sweet LP buttons too that my bestie in the world gave me. So I got
you got a lot of cool stuff.
This little guy.
Well, let's see. Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. Yep, I like that one.
Yeah, Radical Caucus button.
I like that.
And I got my libertarian torch right there.
Mm-hmm.
And comic book buttons. And then
I gave my uncle one that said "fuck the state."
Yes.
Sweet.
And then I got my lapel pins. See, I love pins. That one's the Liberty Eagle there. And then a unicorn for Las Vegas.
I like that unicorn. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. And
kitties. And
this is where the magic happens. Okay.
Are we doing cribs?
I feel like we're in the either cribs or what is it? Paranormal activity.
Got my really cool flag here.
It's so messy in my house right now. You guys would all get some sort of sexually transmitted disease just by looking.
I got my really beautiful elephant tapestry that's covered up on my bed right now.
I like that.
That's beautiful. I like that. I love the snake. That's really cool.
Yeah, I love this flag. I first saw this flag on John Adams on HBO.
Oh, cool.
So let's see.
Your sound got really weird all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Sorry, I put my finger over the speaker,
I think so. You sound like you're far, far away. Oh, and I think we lost him.
I think we lost him.
That's the end of the tour. Sylvia and Kay, well, we have you as our main guest now. What else would you like to talk about?
Want to talk trash?
Yeah, let's talk trash. You got my attention. Yes.
I'm fresh out of trash here. I've been homebound for a while. You have to fill me in.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not that much more fun outside. There you are. Hello, Chase.
Imagine it is.
I don't know what happened. Welcome back.
It's okay.
That's okay. I think we're going to start winding up because we're just past 9:00. We usually try to keep it to 1 hour. So.
Well, I love y'all.
Yes,
one last thing. This is my wall of names.
Yay!
So my old boss at my old department, she was very crafty. Would make name tags for each month.
Look at it. They're seasonal and everything.
So I have 2 Halloweens. That's a pilgrim's hat. I got a heart one.
Oh.
I got St. Patty's Day.
Those are the best.
All courtesy of Molly Bright, my old boss. Who's amazing.
More than my RAs ever did at college.
Yeah, no shit.
I feel gypped out of an experience like that.
Yeah. I'm happy if my name is even just spelled correctly. I'm like,
spelled right. My last.
I'm assuming you're talking about your last name, right?
Either.
Yeah. Oh, the other day, Kara with a K, and there's a T in your name randomly, and yeah.
So before we go, you guys, is it possible for me to just shout out one really awesome group that if anybody has a little bit of extra to spare? Because, I now work a 40-hour a week, 9 to 5 existence. Yeah. So I have a little bit of financial security teleworking. Great. But if you do, please give to this group. It's in Metro Atlanta, but they do great work. It's called The Giving Kitchen. If you go to their Facebook page, what they do is they help out restaurant and bar workers who are out of work or have usually they help with folks like health insurance, health costs and things like that. But they've just recently announced that they're going to help any and everyone who applies for help from COVID-19. So they really need donations. I've already raised a little under $200 just myself, just putting it on Facebook. So
what's the name of it again? Can you say it again?
It's called The Giving Kitchen.
Giving Kitchen. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
That is really cool.
So let's wrap up with each person say like one awesome thing that happened to them this week. I know it's been a shitty week, but one awesome thing that happened this week. Kay's just like, oh my God.
I mean, I can tell you mine.
Have you been reading my posts at all?
Go for it, Chase.
I
What's
fell
yours?
off a high beam. My convention went kaput.
Well, the good thing that happened to me this week is I managed to like get teleworking down to a T. And so now I'm like kicking ass at work. And once this whole thing ends, I'm writing a proposal to my boss to have teleworking be a regular thing because we never have enough parking at my job. And so instead of having to park like across the street and cross like busy traffic, I'm going to propose that we all do 2 days a week at home.
Yeah.
And, just so we get the traffic. So that's kicked ass. I got like major props from my boss. Like she texted me after work and was like, you did a really good job today. And so I felt
that
really
is
good.
Awesome.
But
I love
anyway.
That is awesome.
Touching my face.
Is like that too. Is I get to experience teleworking, and so I've been preparing all week to do that, and I feel like I'm so ready. I'm so excited, and I'm actually really happy about it because.
Okay, so just quick tip to break the silence.
Yeah.
Teleworking. I mean, for me, I watch old episodes of Star Trek that I've seen a million times, so I don't have to look at the screen. I can just hear it.
Yeah.
Golden Girls also works great too, but just find something.
Tune it out.
Or the radio, just something to break up the noise. Because otherwise you're just sitting in silence and you're used to people talking at the office. Anyway.
I'm used to that where people interrupt me all the time. So I'm just like, okay, something in the background. It'll help.
I can start texting you.
Yeah, just randomly. But then I won't do anything. I'll probably be like, ooh, tell me about that.
Who else has an awesome thing that happened this week? Or something awesome this week?
I bought cupcakes for my bestie's birthday party.
Yay!
That is awesome. That is awesome.
My son have done all my shopping for me.
You did all the shopping for
That is awesome.
My son, both of them, yeah.
Oh, God bless them.
That is awesome.
Bless the helpers.
Yes.
That's right.
So my awesome thing was after all the like completely incredible things that my mom and my sister have done for me, I was able to do something nice for them, and like they needed it. So I was happy that I was able to do something for them when they needed it. So that was my awesome thing.
I'm glad that you got to do that. This is so awesome. Oh man. Look at that cat. Oh my God. I'm just like.
I'm trying to get him to pounce on me.
He looks like my Beansy.
You lose your arm. Man, you guys. What kind of cupcakes? I'm living seriously. What kind of cupcakes?
Oh, they're just cupcakes, which I stood in line for 40 minutes to buy.
There is no such thing as just anymore.
Just. Yes, no, I'm like, those are cupcakes, bitches. Those are fantastic, beautiful things.
Yeah, I figured I was going to stop at Cub right after I went to the gym, which the gym was still open on Friday. Thank goodness, because I needed a shower. And then I went to Cub. There was a million people in the parking lot. And it literally took me 40 minutes to get through with just.
Wow.
You are a good friend.
That is such a long. Oh God, the grocery store's been so terrible.
I know, and I mean for just little things. You're like, I just run in and out. You're like, nope.
Make sure if you do guys go to grocery stores, I mean, make sure you say thank you to the people who are there.
Yes.
They're keeping the world going round at this point.
They sure are.
Every person you see, thank them.
Thank a trucker and thank your supply chain analyst.
I work in container shipping, so I know all about that.
Yeah.
I'm in the supply chain, so
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Thank our supply chain workers. Without them, we would have nothing right now. My dad is a long range trucker. My mom is a supply chain analyst. Like, they make the world go round.
They do.
We're so lucky that we have those people in our lives.
Yeah, we are. So Heather, what was your awesome thing?
Oh, I was just saying, like, because I get to do telework this week. I've been preparing and everything, and I've had people go, "Oh, you have this so well thought out. We can do this." I'm like, "Yes, we can." I've been thinking about this my whole life that I've actually wanted to do telework, and I can do it. But tomorrow is the first day, and we'll see how it actually goes. So next week, I'm gonna be like, you know, that thing I was excited about last week, maybe not so much. But oh my God, if I can look at cats for part of the day while I'm working, I will be so happy. Look at that beautiful face.
Yeah.
Boop. The star of the show.
Always.
Oh.
I get to take this little munchkin with me to work.
Yay! Yay, Jasper.
Oh, he's so cute.
I'm surprised my cats aren't hanging on me right now, because anytime I'm doing a show, Rory's like, but that's okay.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. This was very
That
fun.
was fun. It was a lot of fun.
It's fun to see everybody's lives and what's going on. I love it. And I love you guys. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Oh, we love you too.
So we will
Good night, everybody.
And we will do this again soon. Bye, Hufflepuff. Are good at making sandwiches.
Yes, we are.
Love you guys.
I'm in a meeting.
I'm going to shut down. So,
Joanna says hello.
Adios.
Oh, bye, ladies. I'm shutting it down. Boom, boom, boom. Singing.
Bye, Heather.
Bye, Kara. I love you. See you soon. Da, 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 da.